This game is not suited for children. There are those who are easily disturbed. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back again doing the second, walkthrough of the Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I know what you guys are saying, but you've already played this game. You did the whole thing, so why are you doing it again? I did this earlier. This time, I'm doing the Natsuki route. In case you didn't watch our other video, I flipped a coin to see if I wanted to do Natsuki or Yuri next, and the coin lands on Natsuki. So, everybody, what about Monica? I'm doing Monica last, so we're starting up. I'm very excited just to read all this. Let me turn my headphones up. New game. Should I use the same name or should I use a different name? I should use the same name. Put in the comments what I should name myself when I do the next Let's Play, and then I'll pick a suggestion. Also, don't do any inappropriate names, like the N-word or something. I just imagine N-word. Okay, I'll stop with that. Let's go. I am still gonna read all the dialogue, even though if it's also the same, because a lot of people probably haven't watched our other videos. So, hey, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to. So, that girl is Syria, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's the one she's acting like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and let Sarah catch up to me. Ha! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. And you said that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's a mean girlfriend. When people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Okay. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Griffin, have you decided to decide on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. And that's not true. You told me that you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations, where should I just simply go along with whatever she's going to on about. Sarah likes to worry too much about me, and when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average or spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how it was worth it you would learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming an elite in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. You at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yeah! Why do I get mad at myself in like such a careful girl? More than that, I'm even surprised I let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes you want to ease her mind a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I start looking at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation for clubs. Sarah wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori? I must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized I'm the only one that's in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of here, but I saw you were just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. I don't even to wait for me. I'm going to make you. You're going to be going in your own cup. Well, I think you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, you come to my club. Siri. Yes? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Siri is vice president of the Witch Club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even next. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday to bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell Siri is that much of an airhead or she's so cunning that Ezra planned all this out. I got a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a drink, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold our cupcake. I missed the thing because I got dumb notifications. I dejectedly follow Siri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Siri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a member. Now I glance around the room. Girl 1, welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Siri always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Oh, and I also should mention, even though I played some in the act, I haven't played before, so just go along with what I do. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Griffin, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. What do you? All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at me? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. They go with the sad whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. A small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says like quietly into my ear, and then turns back toward the other girls. I mean, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. She's also the hottest, I think. Maybe. And then I might choose a different girl to try to impress her. She might be an emo person, and no offense to emo people, but they kind of freak me out because, yeah, I'm all the same one. Don't say things like that. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Griffin. Monica smiles sweetly. Do we know each other? Well, we've already talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically complete out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Griffin. Made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got those too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? I don't really like tea that much. Depends what type, but I don't really like tea. Like, green tea is good, but all the tea sucks. In my opinion. And I already mentioned it's been widened so that there was one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still finding awkward, I sit next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated with a little kitty cat. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea we were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry out and take one. So he grabs one first, then Monica I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the company around and my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. Okay. I thought you technically did say, or he said. Well, maybe, but not for you, you dumb dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's word logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cookie tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated by Yuri just trying to impress you. That's not... Salty Yuri looks away. I meant, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Just like The Rock. So what made you consider the Literature Club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was probably dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy to be here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know... To be honest, I can't sit all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is really a great leader. Ray also nods in agreement. Now I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Griffin, what kinds of things do I like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past 2 years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I'm rather quiet to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I still without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri twists the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's as obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I mean, I've been hitting on a horror Ah, I read a horror book once. At this parade in grass is something I can relate to at the minimal level. And this way, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you? I guess you can say that. What I said she's weird, edgy, and just because she is gentle, that means that she doesn't like to talk to people, and she's that kid that'll say 47 comes after AK. But if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often a very successful achievement in the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you try to write out cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Well, what? What is that idea? There was a scrapper behind that club meeting. Like think you were working on a club. Don't say it out loud! Then give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes and your poems. Everything you can do is just as cute as you are. Sarah stands behind us and you put their hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Hey. I don't understand why she get mad about that. I mean, if I were her, I'd be taking that as a compliment. As you write your own poems, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The trust from writing is the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers and exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. That's kind of true. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess that's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. You all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home, write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share all of them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Griffin? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on! There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I've bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. So it may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still was looking at so train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with each other's eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Griffin, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's if writing poems is the price I pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Simp. No, just kidding. Right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sammy wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Aw, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Griffin, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Griffin, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, so Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yeah. With that, the two of us depart the club and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders be happy spending every day after school in a literature club. Perhaps I'll have the chance to go close to one of these girls. Alright. I should make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure a good fortune will find me. I mean, you made them all happy by joining the club, and a wise man once said, the good you find in the world always follows a way of coming back to you. So I guess it's not wrong. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think the favorite club member will like, so link in my half with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright. Milk. I'm gonna pick all the ones that like are happy because I put this one that's super like and I'm doing her route. Not empty, probably often. Yeah. Probably lollipop. Oh, that little. Oh my god, sugar. Man, wait, is Vin Diesel here or something? Oh my god, okay. Cute, obviously. Anger, definitely. Probably that, yeah. No, power, definitely. No, that's her. Twirl. Oh, kawaii! Right now. Yeah. Doki Doki, yeah! Doki Doki, yeah. Hi again, Griffin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word, yeah. Griffin's a man of his word. He doesn't say anything that he's not gonna do. I definitely did upload one of the videos a day late because... Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Griffin. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Make you have head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like, he deserves a snack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join the clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if your plan is to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you will see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds out something between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki paused back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Griffin always gives it his best having fun. He helps with busy work without me even asking, and like cleaning and cleaning my room. How dependable. Yeah, I'm a dependable guy. So that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. You almost see your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Griffin can become good friends too? Ken? Oh. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she did put me into. Oh, you were even rustling today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? A gift for me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made me sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright! We're here. He reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. That is how the girl accidentally being so. She imprinted a book she thinks will like despite me not pretty much. Anyway, thank you. I'll definitely read this. And these guys say you take the book. Phew! But you can bring it at your own pace, so I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled, I expected Monica to kick off social activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So here and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Nurse just already boarding the book. I can't help but notice the intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an expressed sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts her stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit that you're really into it until you figure out what the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga and mist a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing the box set with one book missing is probably the most invigorating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get closer and look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means either the way of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass of on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was a tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, girlfriend. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attires, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo? Don't just stand there. Wow. Natsuki grabs her arm and pulls me out of the closet. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. When chairs are more comfortable, I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Yeah, what's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You may feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki 1 inches closer. We came in the additional space where she helped. I won't notice. I can feel her peering off my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Well, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like there's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical silence of a life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's a rare for me to keep for the writing to be entertaining enough for me to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think you would enjoy something if it didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess, yeah, no, what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. The Besides, it's entertaining. It's so entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they all get into their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's where it makes it so good. There's only so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, wow. So he gives you a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that is that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies you pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We read for a few minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you were just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up on a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share mine with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like how you ever get any friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I hate when I bring it up without them all being like, oh, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends that who don't judge, much less of friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not that solves any of my problems, maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Haha. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel bad for her since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usually busy tone. Bossy tone, I mean. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in the words the feeling you get when sitting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone, are you all ready with today's poems? Come on, could your time be any worse? Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly knows how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You just give me a back? Yeah, you know what? I messed up. Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. It's really alright. I say that mostly because I really didn't plan using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I don't think I'll probably through the volume out so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that means a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember my poem last night? Yeah? No, actually it ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. When everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poem. Serious wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a sprouted notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply, as well as reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I'm gonna go with Natsuki first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have had time to do other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when we were writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well it's not that great, but let me show you how rude the show looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retort gets caught in her throat. You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that I don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can sing. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you saying events that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that running has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Because people don't take my running seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your running style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be just reaching. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But other than I nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki's feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. And Monica! Yeah, I'm your Monica. Hi, your friend. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'm afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Griffin. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's a sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Griffin. Really? That's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes you think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be really funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. First Natsuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get a meaning through. So I can see why you would be kind of it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It can take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. This is the best way to find that kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to, right? It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, why don't you read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Sound pretty confident for someone who explains not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I'm here inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My I can't read. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just the hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freedom. It's if that's what we call it. Reform, I mean. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. That kind of style is kind of pretty popular nowadays. That is a lot of poems have been putting on the timing between words and lines. But reformed out loud here is really powerful. was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if you know how to put it. I guess you'd say I had some kind of empathy recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An empathy? Yeah, something like that. We probably never talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect and you'll never make any progress. Just for something gets laid down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Finishes the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just use my thoughts into the words. Hold on, okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess this might be after reading it through it. And so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. You may brace your face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. I might take your while to use new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, I just think the specific writing habits that usually are typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of wanted to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. And the end result is that both that style and expressiveness are weakened. Once she finds her train of thought, it's as if as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even like a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. And it might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Let's hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Now, so you can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if you're going to apologize yourself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Mary smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this isn't especially the Literature Club. Goes under the light, and tenderness of my hair illuminates breath, the amber glow bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining shirt to have stood the test of time. The last to be replaced by the sticky blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Comes breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back to that fucking. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Where'd you go on time to read? Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem, even though it's short and it really wasn't descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Griffin. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember, the poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and express experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn than putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Yes, remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Now I gotta share it with Sayori. This is a good poem, Griffin. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course, it's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm sitting in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Griffin. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things for other people. I mean that. That's something that only really good people would do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees a full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her at all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yeah! Now you're in my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm right back at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you go through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me get out of bed and make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? And look above, the sky is blue. And seek your butt, I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was bad. It was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you're late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, but next time I won't forget. I'm write the best poem ever. Well, I look forward to it. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I went around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. This is if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they just being nice, there's no way my poems can stay after theirs. This is the literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's why what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read into them, I watch each should their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say slang? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki specifically returns a poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Aw, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did she miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try really hard to come up with something nice, you say. Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sarah liked it, and Griffin did too. So based on that, I'll go ahead and use some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer. I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect that to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And you're like my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki slowly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Yuri appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Holly, how do you just appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would do it, but you out of my way to make everything I do over efficiency. Is the phone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one who proved magic for the side as soon as German started showing up. The Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This is involved. I don't like you guys, fighting you guys. So many both words for me upset that just noticed how it's seen. Griffin? She's just trying to make it look bad. That's not true. You started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all voted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Griffin. But wait! There's a reason I have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself is also a waste. You understand, right, Griffin? Well... How did I judge this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I give will probably think more highly of me. Yuri? You're really talented. Well, Natsuki has a point, I think that. I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. And let the reader's imagination take over. Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah. It did, didn't it? Haha. Suzy, how much you know? That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? She was mean to me. Natsuki's voice whitens. Look. What I've talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. Sharing it can definitely be hard. Looks like we learned that today. Even saw criticism from me to something pretty heated. I answered over my shoulder, Sirius nodding vigorously. Yeah, so... You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in by surprise. Thanks for noticing. Finally mutters that the barely audible Yuri looks at me dejectedly. The face I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's like you need to apologize to me, Griffin. Sheesh. Natsuki takes takes a breath. I think about the secrets around the room. When everyone stops staring at me, unsurprisingly Natsuki has a hard time with, and then she posted. Sarah Monica looked away. Anyway, the thing about your bruise, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori, I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciates it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. When everyone's past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that wasn't worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Griffin. To be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do the things in this club room. So maybe use the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for, right? I disagree, Monica. And what about? That's the most important thing about the Literature Club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. and no, Monica's right. Being in the Literature Club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone, it's about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Cameron, how about you? Yeah, I said the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. I don't know what that means. I get to at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Griffin, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It sure has been a while since Sayori and I spent such time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. About what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, doesn't that kind of thing happen often? No. That's why the first one seemed to fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Griffin, it's nice that you get to spend time with the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Next experience doesn't call onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Or just to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself, to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as her monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, we're over an hour, so I think I'm gonna end it here for today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll try to have the next part uploaded on Sunday or Monday. If I'm feeling up to, I'll do it tomorrow. I haven't been feeling like my best day. I'm a little under the weather, so maybe, but probably I'll have it uploaded on Sunday or Monday. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace.